Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Laura Canfield Show, the Awaken to Happiness Now Global Series. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And today we have my good friend Amy Flynn here with us, and she's going to be talking about journey to direct realization of who you really are as creative consciousness, the real you, and so much more than that. But for those of you who may be new to Amy, Amy is on the phone. But she's here, and she is a source-guided intuitive, a spiritual teacher, an energy transmitter, a healer, medical intuitive, a source voice channel, and money Reiki grandmaster. And she's guided by her lifelong, clear, strong connection with source and her powerful abilities to clear, restructure, and balance energy. And Amy's been with us for a long time, I think since the beginning, since 2013, so many, many shows. And we always have a wonderful time. It's always a high vibration. And she channels the collective. And so, of course, and you know, the energies and frequencies that the collective channel through her are always very loving, kind, positive, and they transform all that they interact with. And Amy and the collective radiate uplifting, joyful energy as they make the esoteric and the profound accessible and fun. And together, they quickly shift people into a higher vibration of love and realization. Amy is the creator of the Crystalline Rainbow Starlight Frequencies, the multidimensional money Reiki transformation program, and a powerful proprietary process that permanently clears generational trapped emotional energy that quickly produces dramatic results in all areas of life. A seer through time, space, and energy, Amy enables people worldwide to break free of lifelong blocks and existing belief habits. Her mission is to bring people into the direct realization of who they are as divine creator. So I'm so excited that Amy and the collective are here with us today to talk about this journey that we're going to take to direct realization of who you really are as creative consciousness. And some of what we're going to receive today are powerful deep releases and vibrational resetting through activated sequenced frequencies, immersion in uplifting magical crystalline rainbow starlight frequencies and the activation of your rainbow body, transformative guided meditative journey to directly realize who you truly are as creative consciousness, and transformation and activation of all that you truly are on a cellular level. So it's like, wow, power-packed show, power-packed call. So I'm so excited. Amy, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you. Finally, I am here.
Yay, so glad you're here.
That was wonderful. Thank you for that lovely introduction.
Oh, you're welcome.
I had no idea what the collective we're going to do today. I have a hint, like a sense maybe of it, but I'm not really sure how they're going to unfold it and all that. So it's all going to be them, and it's going to be a bunch of surprises. Awesome. But what I would love to do first is I want to make sure that everybody is two things, joyful and comfortable. So maybe we should do tail wagging.
Awesome.
You think?
Sure. Always fun. Always fun.
Okay. All right. Tail wagging, for those that don't know, is like it sounds. It is wagging your tail, and it uplifts your energy and your vibration, and it just brings you into an energy of just happy joy, just joy, like a dog wagging its tail. So if you can, stand up. If everyone could just stand up right where they are.
And say, where is my dog?
And oh, yeah, your dog could do it too.
Exactly, right? Yeah,
and bend a little forward and put your butt out. So it's out behind you. This is also really good for loosening up your back if you have stiff lower back. I discovered that. So stick your butt out a little bit, and then just start swinging it gently side to side, just slowly. You know, your whole body can move a little bit because I understand we don't exactly have a tail, but just kind of focus on the butt moving. And that's where you want to focus your attention. Yes. Now imagine you're a dog and you are anticipating the arrival of your beloved dog parent. Your owner is coming home and you've been by yourself all day being bored, chewing up a few things around the house. And you are very excited because now your beloved parent is coming home. So as you're listening very intently and you're hearing the car approach and you hear the car pull into the driveway or the space out front and your tail starts going faster. So now it's wiggy, waggy, wiggy, waggy, wiggy, waggy, wiggy. You're full of anticipation. And you could feel that energy of something great's going to happen. Wiggy waggy, wiggy waggy, wiggy waggy, wiggy waggy, wiggy waggy. And it seems like they're taking forever getting out of the car. Wiggy waggy, wiggy waggy, wiggy. But you haven't let up. And then finally you hear the car door slam, and you hear them coming up the walk. They're walking, and you are so excited, and the tail's going faster. You can't help it. Wiggy waggy, wiggy waggy, wiggy waggy, wiggy waggy. Now go back and forth as fast as you can when I'm saying that. Wiggy waggy, wiggy waggy, wiggy waggy, wiggy. And the door opens. Wiggy waggy, wiggy waggy, wiggy waggy, wiggy waggy, wiggy waggy. And they come in. Wiggy waggy, wiggy waggy, wiggy waggy. Oh, now if you did that, you just felt like all this rush of physical energy just like goes through you.
Absolutely.
And you should be feeling good. It's funny. It's a silly thing and it's funny, but it works. It works because we're moving the energy physically. We're doing something so silly that the mind can't have its normal focus. And though the mind might be telling you the whole time that this is a ridiculous thing, this is so silly, why are you doing this? But it works. It works. And it's a great way to, if you feel that you're stuck in energy or you're just really totally worried about something and you can't get free, you're really anxious, just take about 30 seconds is all you really need. It seemed longer because I was talking. You know, if you just do it yourself, so it doesn't take as long. And just do the tail wagging. You will be surprised. It breaks that flow, that circular flow in your brain about what you're worried about, breaks that all up. Lifts your vibration so that you are now open to and receiving much higher vibrations than you were if you were all knotted up in anxiety. And it loosens up your body, which gets very knotted up also when you're anxious. I don't know if you ever noticed, but your body gets like, the muscles get stiff and very hard when you're anxious. That's why if you're anxious or tense, you always feel more pain in areas in your body that you would normally feel pain in. So you want to be like a dog, a happy tail wagging dog.
Yes.
So now that we did that, all right, I'm feeling that the energy is lighter and brighter. And there's a few people out there that are still sitting in their lower energy. It's a little bit lower, but it's gone up, so that's good. So I'm going to bring in the collective, and let me tell you who the collective are, just so you know. The collective are source energy, source consciousness. And if you were to imagine yourself, you are source consciousness, by the way. There's no distinction between you and source. We believe there's a distinction, so that's kind of by design, though we tend to believe it a little too much, and that is so that we can interact and enjoy ourselves within this physical reality, within these physical bodies. So if you were to imagine everyone, we'll just like make a freeze time and just have everybody, you know, around the earth just standing there. You've got their bodies, and if we're looking not at the physical part of their body, but the energy part of their body. So their energy is the same shape as their body. We'll just make them a glowing, lit up being. Coming up off the top of them, you will notice there's like a huge stream of energy, except the stream of energy is not straight. It goes up straight for a little bit, but then it expands out like a funnel. If you ever had one of those funnels that you use to pour liquid from one thing to another, you'll notice it has a straight part that fits into the bottle, and then it goes out wide on the top. So you can pour from a wider type of container into a narrow, skinny bottle. Well, we are the narrow, skinny bottle and the narrow part of the funnel. But if you notice on the funnel, there's also this wider part that goes out. Now, in our funnels, we don't stop. We have a wider part that goes out and expands in all directions like that, but it doesn't reach a point where it just ends. We continue to go out infinitely. So if you imagine the funnel, the regular kitchen funnel, not stopping and going out infinitely, you would see as it expands and goes out, it's going to end up getting so big that it's going to include everything. It's going to be everything. That funnel is not separate from you. That is you. So a lot of people will have the idea of the energy coming in, the funnel and all that, but they'll think this is energy coming into them. That's not them. But that's not true. The energy that is the funnel shape, excuse me, the funnel-shaped energy is you. It is you. So you are not just the body here, nor the energy just right around you. You are this entire funnel. And if you have a good imagination, you can see how your funnel expands out and becomes large. And you can also see that all the other people's funnels too, they cross over, they link, they cross, intersect, that's the word I want, they intersect, so that no one has a separate funnel, or as we could call energy field, than anyone else. Another way to describe what this looks like is as if you had a giant, we're going to use just this for descriptive purposes, a giant amoeba. That's a jelly-like one-celled organism, an amoeba. Now, the reason why I picked that is because it doesn't really have any form or shape. Now, the true energy does not have any boundaries, like an amoeba is a bounded form. This has no boundaries. But if you imagine a giant amoeba, bigger than you could even conceive of, and it having lots of hairs, finger-like projections coming off of it. Each finger-like projection is the bottom part of a funnel. Each finger-like projection is a you, or a someone else, or a planet, or a star. So I just want you to have this connected big concept with you. Just kind of hold it. Whether you believe it, whether it feels right to you or not, it should feel right to you on some level. Just hold it. Because the collective are going to be speaking from this perspective. They are the larger part. And the collective, being what's above my funnel at any given moment, they're a collection or collective of conscious aspects of consciousness. But they change because the energy that's flowing in this, quote, large part, the large amoeba, or the large intersect, where all the funnels intersect up there, is constantly moving, as is the energy that's coming into you. It's constantly moving. You are not the same from moment to moment. You recreate yourself the same because you have a mind. And your mind remembers what was. It remembers how you were. Its mission is the survival of you. And so it recreates you exactly as you were before. That's part of the reason it's so difficult and challenging to break out of a cycle or break out of a habit, because the mind is just determined for you to be there and exist, and it considers all of your patterns and habits and all those things as you. Where they're not you, they're just energy cycles and behavior cycles and so on and so forth, but the mind recreates them. So in truth, if you didn't have this mind that was doing that, you could create yourself completely newly from moment to moment. You could show up looking different. You could perceive of things differently. The things around you might even be different. But there's this continuity. And a very easy way to understand continuity is if you think of a movie, continuity is so important in the film industry because they know that the mind will pick up anything that has no continuity, that doesn't flow or is out of place. Continuity managers' responsibility is to make sure that everything is exactly the same from shot to shot, scene to scene, and in the character. So in other words, if a character has a shirt buttoned a certain way, and they film out of sequence when they film these things, so it's extremely important. So a character has a shirt buttoned a certain way and it's tucked in the pants halfway or something like that. When the next scene shows up, that character better look the same. If they walk in, you could have a series of 3 scenes shot for them to be one place, walking across somewhere and into something else. That could be 3 scenes. The continuity manager has to make sure that everything is continuous and flows, because otherwise the mind would catch it. And they miss things. They do miss things. And that's why we always have, oh, there's a mistake in that movie. Did you see this? And the human mind always catches it. So the human mind, your mind, does that same continuity in your life. It's not 100% perfect, but it's perfect enough so that you are convinced everything is the same. And that's all it needs. What your mind wants is for you to operate in a series of moments as if everything is the exact same from moment to moment. So it's when you understand this, you begin to realize there's an opportunity for you to maybe get in there and do something different, or to get in between that mechanism of the continuity, the forced continuity of the mind, and what you're experiencing. And that's true. And it's not something that will be, it takes a different type of focus, and the collective are going to bring you that type of focus today, which is going to be fun and interesting and really kind of awesome. But what it also does is it gives you a sense of your own power, because you really are creating what you are experiencing and everything around you, not just in you, but how you are, the things that you're seeing. A quick way to understand that, if you've ever gone to a movie with more than one person, if you've gone like with 3 or 4 or 5 or even 10 people, and you're all sitting there next to each other in the movie, watching the same screen with the same, things coming out of the projector onto the screen. You come out and you start talking about the movie. It's almost as if you've all seen a different movie from the other person. You all have seen something different. One person saw something that you didn't. Someone else saw something completely different that no one else saw. That's because you, even though it's coming out of a projector, you're still creating what you're experiencing from that. You're creating the movie that you're seeing. It's pretty amazing. And when you really get a sense of it, you really realize how amazingly powerful you are in your actual reality. So now if someone's experiencing, just want to add this, if someone has a reality that's not comfortable, that they're not liking, that they really want to change or shift or transform, and they're thinking, why would I create this? Well, remember the continuity aspect of the brain. So it's not like you're saying, well, I'm going to create this thing that doesn't work. I'm going to create all this stress for myself. It happens automatically. This little continuity module, we'll call it, in the brain does it automatically. And until you become aware of it and you do something to get in between the creation of what you're experiencing and the continuity module, it happens automatically. All right, I'm not getting that they need me to share anything else that kind of set this up. I have no idea what they're going to be saying. I know the experience that they want to guide you into, and I think they're going to share about an experience that I had. Mm-hmm. I think they want to share about it, so I'm going to let them do it. So without further ado, I will bring in the very joyful and playful collective.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hello. We are here. Oh, boy. We are just getting into this body here. Okay. We love speaking to you. All right. So Amy did a very interesting way of explaining everything. We would have done it a little differently, but she did okay. So I think that's fine. If anyone is confused by anything or wants us to elaborate a little bit on anything that Amy said or describe it in a different way, if you have a way to type in or write into the little box that Laura can see, please do that. And then we will clarify. Because if you're feeling something that was confusing or that you need some more understanding on, we're sure that someone else is feeling that too. So it would be useful. All right, so we have all these wonderful beings out here. We can see all of your energy. You're nice and bright. You're looking good. You're all kind of looking into these little computers. Well, a lot of you are. It's kind of funny. All right, so we are not looking into the little computer. All right, so we are feeling the energy here, and we are transmitting to you these beautiful rainbow frequencies. These are crystalline rainbow starlight frequencies. They are very, very high dimensional frequencies. They come in around the, what you would say, the 9th dimension in that area. Very beautiful. They're very joyful. They're very light. They're very light. They're not a heavy energy or an intense energy. They're very light and fluffy. A good way that we like to describe them is as if a little fluffy cloud came along, slipped under your rear end, and picked you up, and you're carried around on a little cloud. You're still going through all the different things that you go through. You're doing all the things you do, but it's like you're floating a little bit above the ground on this cloud. And so there's a lot of discord and stuff, and just kind of the daily grind stuff that doesn't really affect you because you're just kind of above it on this little cloud. So we hope that everyone can feel this energy. If you see energy, you may be able to perceive rainbow colors that are appearing in the space around you. They might kind of flicker in and flicker out. And the energy is flowing within the shape of a large, large vortex. But it is a very, very large vortex, so you will not experience a spinning or vortexual movement. But we just want you to know that the energy is moving. It just doesn't arrive and sit there. It's a flow. It's a stream, a flow, whatever you would like to call it. And this energy is going to hold you and embrace you throughout our call and throughout our journey. So now what we like to do is we would like to, because we are feeling and we are seeing to the energy of some people that need some releasing and clearing of some stuff before we can be light enough. Then light, by the way, means several things. It means light, fluffy enough you can rise up into higher, lighter dimensions. It also means more filled with light. Are you speaking?
Nope.
Is that a lot?
There was just somebody was unmuted by accident, I think. But
okay.
But we do have some questions in the chat, or
okay. Well, let us tell you what we want to do. We want to take the questions, and when we take each question, we are going to look and see. We will speak this out loud so you know what's going on, whether there are some things that need to be released around the question and within the questioner, because whatever one person has and is experiencing, we can promise others do too. So there's usually certain core energies that tend to coagulate or congregate within human beings. So yes, let's take some questions. And by the way, we're going to do that, just so you know, by frequency sequencing. That means we are going to sequence a series of frequencies, almost like you would have like notes within a musical composition. Well, we sequence frequencies like that, and magical things happen. You will feel the results of that. So yeah, let's see what's in the list, or the awesome. Whatever it's called.
Yeah, in the chat box. So there's a question from Jennifer. And Jennifer says, if a lot of people around me seem to be in the victim mind, why am I creating that? I know I'm not a victim, but it seems to be getting worse for them.
Okay, that's a good question. That is really a good question, and we feel a lot of people have that. Why you are creating that within your environment is, even though you do not feel you're a victim and you may not be experiencing victim type stuff happening to you, you still have that spark of being a victim and victimhood within you. And okay, we're receiving that. What you need, the victim is showing up around you, because you need to recognize, acknowledge that spark of victimhood still there within you. You've grown a lot. You've accelerated your consciousness. You've raised your consciousness. You've done a lot of personal growth work so that you have moved from that energy. But it's like it's a part of it's still there. It's almost as if it's like a cancer. Like you can remove, it. But if you have some cells left, it can grow back. It's that. It's not that it's growing back, but it's that you have some of the energy still there. Those vibrations are still within you. So all of this victim experiences and victim energy is being created around you by you to say, hey, look within. There's victim energy here still. I want to be free of this victim energy. My declaration, my commitment to myself is to be free of all of this victim energy. So because it's there around you, is pointing to this energy. So if you just acknowledge the energy is there, then you can begin to release it. If you resist that the energy is there within you, and that these people with the victim situations and the victim energy are just randomly showing up around you, and you don't know why, and you don't know why you're creating that, you won't be able to release it. If you consider energy, stuck energy, behavior patterns, thought patterns as habits, all habits have to be recognized and acknowledged before they can be released. So you have to acknowledge if that's there, it's happening, it's within you too. Otherwise it wouldn't be there. So what we're going to do to help you along is we're going to sequence some frequencies. We will tell you, you'll know when we're doing it because we'll be quiet. And we are going to do two things. We're going to bring your own victim energy more to the surface so you can feel it. So you can sense it, feel it, and then we're going to make it less sticky, dissolve it. So, for example, it would be as if in the physical world we made the molecules of something solid less coherent so that it falls apart and it's easily swept away. So that's what the frequencies are going to do. We are going to it's going to be very, very easy for you then to make the choice to release it. The choice to release this type of energy has to come from you. That's why we're not saying, oh, we're just going to take it away. We're just going to clear it out. Because you have to consciously choose and allow the energy to release. You have to shift your own energy in a way that it almost like acts like the broom and sweeps it out. So we will make it very easy to be swept out. We hope
Awesome.
That's a good analogy. All right, so we're going to sequence the frequencies. We want everyone to just close your eyes and just focus on your breathing and relax. And we are going to sequence these frequencies to do the two things that we just said. Okay. How did that feel? Did you feel something's moving around in there, Jennifer? Can she answer?
Well, she was saying, thank you, it all makes sense. And she said, yes, she feels the energy moving. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So now what you need to do, and anyone else that's having an experience like this, it doesn't have to be with victim energy. It could be with continual failure energy. It could be anything that's a continual repeating energy. This will work on. So it could be continual relationship issues, career issues, job issues, money issues, car issues. I mean, it could be anything. So these frequency sequences will work on that. So what we want you to do is just kind of keep your eyes closed, breathe in, you should still be feeling the energy moving, and just allow it to do its work. And as you're doing that, picture in your mind, just see the energy of this victim within you, this energy and whatever else it is for everybody else, as just dissolving into little pieces, little crumbs, like dust, where it can just be easily swept out of your energy field. And then you choose to just pick up this little energy broom and sweep it out. Do a little housekeeping here. That's it. Don't make it any more complicated than that. Human beings really like to make things very complicated.
Yes.
And it works against you. It really does. Energy is energy. It behaves in a certain way. Your energy, and you are working within other energy fields. And if you understand energy and energy movement, you can work with this. Human beings tend to add a lot of names, a lot of complex things. Mm-hmm. And they also tend to make things more important. When you add a lot of, you're a big, powerful being. When you make something significant and important, and you put your attention on, this is always in my life, I can't seem to get rid of it, why? It's like you're making a bit of energy into a giant planet-sized jumbotron thing of energy. And it doesn't, why? You don't need to. If you keep your energy light and you keep your thoughts and your focus light, and you just realize everything is a flow, everything's moving. If something is repeating for me and staying in my life and showing up over and over, it's because I have grabbed onto it somehow. If you imagine energy as being little streams, you know, like ribbons floating by and just kind of rippling around you. If you think of that rhythmic gymnastics, how they make those ribbons float in the air, and they're all happening. Well, you see one, you go, oh, look at that ribbon. Bam, grab onto it. I think it's really pretty. I'm going to hold this for a while. That's exactly what you're doing. And as you're holding the ribbon, and as you chose to do that, and you might not have, it may not have been a conscious choice. We understand that. You can also unchoose to hold it. You can let go. So it's really not complicated. So the more you accept that it's basic and not complicated, the more you will be empowered to do these things in your life. Let go of things, grab onto things that you do want to experience, things like that. The more you focus on, it has to go through this process and it has this name and it's going to be this and I have to read this book and I have to take this course, and you're making it into something much, much bigger, much more complex, and you get yourself so tangled up. It's like you're weaving a net of just complex things full of this energy all around you, and then here you are stuck in the middle with the net all wound up around you saying, I can't see my way out of this. Nothing's changing. What's wrong? You made it way too complicated. Energy doesn't work like that. You don't work like that. But because you have a mind and you have free will, you do. It can work like that. So just don't. All right. So we will take the next question that's there.
Okay, awesome.
There's another one.
Yeah. There's quite a few. So before I go to the question, I just want to ask you all, just please don't unmute yourself. You know, if you have a question, please just type it in the chat box. That'd be great. So there's a question from Veronica, and she said, how can I make my mind see my physical body as thin and younger than my current projection?
Okay, so let us see if we understood the question. She is asking, she is experiencing her body as feeling old and maybe looking old, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and so her question is, how can I make my body feel and seem or be younger than it is? Is that correct? What word did she use there?
How can I make my mind see my physical body as thin and younger?
Okay, it doesn't matter what the mind sees. It matters what you be, for one. Your mind will see what you be. So, first, there is a pattern. There is a thought habit in there. And the thought habit is that your body is a certain age, and at a certain age, your body's going to act a certain way and feel a certain way and behave a certain way and look a certain way and all that. So acknowledge that that's there. Because until you acknowledge that it's there, we can't sweep it away. So that is there. Now, we want you to acknowledge, too, that you create yourself. You create your own body. You create it from moment to moment. There is no age, this thing you call age. It only happens in a physical reality. In a physical world, there's such a thing as counting moments and putting them into categories like minutes, hours, seconds, days, months, weeks, years. I mean, it's just something that human beings decided to do with the energy in their physical reality. And that's fine, but we just want you to know that that's all it is. There's no time the way you think of time. There's no going on, accelerating, going down a line, you know. It just doesn't happen that way. But you have accepted that. So we want you to look and realize that you have accepted that as true. And you have also accepted that you age as true. And that the chronological age that your body holds within this physical plane, you have accepted as being powerful. exerting influence over your experience. These are all things that you have accepted. People taught you, others taught you, you believed them, you've watched things, you've watched others. There's been, quote, evidence that you have accepted to point to, this is what is happening with my body and me. So here you are, at whatever age you are, literally expecting to experience certain things, even the way your body looks, the shape of it, how bodies age and what happens. People expect their bodies, based on what they've seen around them, to do the same thing. And it doesn't have to happen. It doesn't have to happen. You really are no age. And you could create your body 20 years younger. You could feel 20 years younger. You could look 20 years younger. There's no rule. Now, you are being physical. You are subject to the laws of the physical reality, one of which is gravity. But you know that. So you could also take steps to counter the effect of gravity. There's things that you can do, and you know that there are things that you can do. So nothing has to be, it has to go in a certain flow or decline with age. It's a fallacy. You would be much better off if you decided that you have no age, which is really the truth. You are an energy field, and energy is constantly recreating itself, moving through different states of energy, and it doesn't age. It doesn't have an age per se. Yes, you have a physical form that you created that has grown, and that is subject to the other energies and, quote, energetic laws, mostly gravity is the biggest one, that you are experiencing. But that's it. So if you understand that, and you understand that your body does not have to age, and you can really accept this, what we want you to realize first is you have a lot of stuff that we got to sweep away. We got to dissolve and sweep away here. Well, we're going to let you sweep it away. We're going to just dissolve it into the dust. That stuff is not letting you believe that. You might hear us, but you're not believing it like it's true in your heart, like knowing it's the truth. And it's believing it, that knowing it's the truth, that's important. Because when you do, you will begin to see the evidence that lines up with your belief. It's pretty interesting, and it's pretty fascinating, and it's great. And no, you do not need to feel a particular age or look a particular age at all. At all. You might want to look older than, say, 10 or something. And you might want to look maybe older than, say, 21, 22. You might pick an age that you want to feel like and look like and be like. And as you hold that energy and focus that energy, you will notice things begin to shift. And you will also notice things come into your awareness to support you in that. So it might be moving a certain way, eating a particular thing, not eating a particular thing. You just might have all of this information coming into your awareness to support what it is that you're focusing on. You will just attract it to you. And as long as you're paying attention, you will see it. Just, oh, yeah, okay. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's exactly what I want. And you will be able to support your shifting, your transformation even more. So we're going to sequence some frequencies now. And what we're going to do here is we are going to bring your awareness to this energy, this belief energy. This belief energy is not just in your mind. It is very entrenched in you. It's actually throughout your whole body. And we're seeing it as little balls with a hard shell around them. Little balls of energy with a hard shell. So we're seeing them throughout your body, also in your mind. They also seem to be, interestingly, concentrated in areas that are causing you issues, like maybe certain joints, certain digestive organs, certain things. They tend to have more of these little balls in them. So if we just consider these are energy balls, we can, with the frequencies, no, you said that wrong. Frequency sequences. Yes, we did say it right. Okay. We can dissolve them, break them apart to make them into little crumbs that then you can choose to sweep out. And we'll walk you through the sweeping out. But just remember, you have to choose it. You have to let go of this. And what we're also going to have you do is remain aware and vigilant after we do this clearing so that you can see your thought processes, your thought patterns, and the energy patterns within your body. Because this is a very deeply entrenched thing within you. It's going to try to come back. So you might get up and you might feel a twinge somewhere and you go, oh, that's that aging knee again. We want you to hear that thought. We want you to be aware as oh, I had that thought. And then we want you to focus for a moment and just close your eyes, see that thought dissolved, or you could imagine yourself reaching inside, right inside into your center and pulling out that thought and flinging it out into the universe. So this is an ongoing thing because there's too much around you that's going to support this. Aging happens. That's what you're sitting, it's like you're in the middle of this belief stew. So we're going to change you, but you have to be vigilant about keeping those thoughts from popping up again. All right, so close your eyes and relax, everyone. And we know this is something that everyone experiences, so this is a good one. And we really appreciate this question. So please close your eyes. Focus on your breathing and just breathe in deeply and out slowly. Just do that, and we're going to sequence the frequencies now. Okay, you should have felt something, just a bunch of energy moving around within you. What we've done is we have dissolved this, quote, hard shell that we saw around this energy. And we have, imagine there was like a malted milk ball. We don't know why we picked that, but it has a hard shell. And you smashed it with a hammer on top of a table. There you would have a lot of crumbs and little pieces that then you could sweep away. So that's what we've got left. We have these little crumbs, these dusty little crumbs of all of this energy. And we want you to keep your eyes closed. We want you to see yourself taking a broom of some sort and just sweeping it away outside of you. You can also put it into your hands and collect it up, put it into your hands, and see yourself flinging it way out into the universe. And it's very powerful if you actually take your arm and throw as if you're throwing some kind of ball out into the universe. You're physically pushing that energy out, throwing it out. So just do that. All right, good. And make sure you get all the crumbs of this energy. I want to get rid of it. I want you to have a radiantly happy, ageless body and experience. Good. Good. All right, you can open your eyes, and if you want to, just type in the little box what you experienced, that's fine. And we're going to just add a couple of things. We want you to acknowledge that your energy is now different than the energy around you that others hold. And that is the rule in the society. We also want you to understand that the rule or agreement within the society is that you will age and experience certain things. So as long as you acknowledge those things and see them for what they are, when they start to impose their vibration upon you, you will recognize them. And it's important that you recognize them. And it's also important that you be vigilant about thoughts, the way that you think about yourself and your body, and you think about you in relation to others. We will say this: your concept of age also is created in relationship to what's happening around you and others. So if you are surrounded, if you're a parent and you have children, as your children grow, you feel older. Just because they're getting older. You feel older. Well, if they're that age, I must be really old. It's a state of being. It's a feeling that you have believed in. So we want you to realize you can unbelieve in it. And then when you see evidence, because you will begin to see the evidence of your thinking and your focus around this, and you might even become amused because every time you turn around or you move or whatever, you might have a thought about this aging concept. And it is really a concept. So the more that you can see, we don't want you to feel overwhelmed, but we want you to be amused by it. You've done a great job of accepting this belief and making it your own. And you're not alone. You're not alone in doing that, obviously. You could look around you. You could see all these people that are experiencing these effects of aging. So we want you now, having received these frequencies and these sequenced frequencies, to be different and have the courage to be different. Don't talk about an age anymore. Throw out the number, because that number is linked in your mind to certain types of experiences. So throw out the number, be ageless. Just someone asked, how old are you? I have no age. I'm ageless. Just leave it like that. Mm-hmm. And you don't need to explain yourself, but you need to feel ageless. All right. Alara is yawning.
Yes.
You know that's a good sign.
I have been yawning.
Yep.
And lots of people are experiencing all sorts of different things. But what if somebody is experiencing pain in their head, in their mind, as you were doing that? Neo, let go. What are you doing? Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Neo, what are you doing?
Is that your doggy, your puppy?
Oh, hold on 1 second. 1 second. Neo! Oh my goodness.
Okay. Well, everyone can hear me.
Yes.
At least we think so. So anyway, if you are experiencing a pain in your head, that's good. It will dissipate. What we want you to do is just focus on it. Just breathe into it. Imagine you're breathing light right into that pain and watch it dissolve. Feel it and watch it dissolve. What's happening is these are activated frequencies, and they are very different than the frequencies and the, quote, beliefs of frequencies. Beliefs are energy. They're a set of frequencies. They're sequenced in a particular way. These sequences that we are transmitting to you are very different from the ones you're holding, especially on this subject. So what we want you to do is just breathe into it and know that this discomfort is the energy trying to be rearranged into the new sequence that we are transmitting to you. So it's good. It should be a short-lived pain. It could feel like a sharp stabbing pain, but it should be short-lived. You could also feel pressure, and the pressure might be a little longer-lived, but it should, again, dissipate as soon as you focus your attention on it and breathe energy and light into it. And just with your eyes closed, you just breathe energy. See the pain as a dark spot, like an ink blot or something there. And just breathe into it and watch it just kind of dissipate. Now, when Alara comes back, we will have her check the chat box. We don't know if we can see the chat box at all. And see if that explanation has helped.
Yeah,
so it
let
says
us know
46.
if that helps.
Oh, here's the chat box. Okay.
You found it. Yay.
Okay. All right. So let's see. The newest ones are on top?
The newest ones are on the bottom.
On the bottom. Okay. On the bottom, 3, 4. Oh, I see. Okay, what's a word or concept for when we experience all 4 clairs at once? Anybody? Okay, that would be recognition. Really, what everyone's calling the clairs are your normal senses. These are your senses that are just beyond the physical limitation. The limited physical senses that you work with in this physical reality, that is it's limited, but you put it there. You accepted that. You agreed to that. When you experience all your clairs, all these larger senses, this larger vision, this larger knowing, all of that, seeing through time and space, that's your normal perception. So you can think of it as expanded perception, or I guess we will like that, expanded perception, or your true perception. We don't want you to make a big deal over it because it's normal. When you make a big deal over it, it seems like it's, oh, really special. I could only have it at certain times. We want you to have it at all the times. So don't make a big deal. All right. You love flinging it out. That's great. Yes, from Nicole, this will help with the inflammation in the body. Absolutely. Inflammation. What's inflammation? It's a focused, concentrated energy that is so concentrated that the vibration heats up there. It just heats up. It's like if you imagine vibrating molecules, they're vibrating so fast, they generate heat. And the heat in the body is infrared energy. So this is what heat energy is. So if you think, and when we think of heat, we think of red or reddish colors. If you think into that heat, cool blue energy, or even cool white, icy white blue energy, and you just think it into that. Close your eyes and imagine it streaming in. You could make what's this thing? A pole. A pole. We don't know another word. A pole. We don't want to say a spear because that sounds like it's going to injure you. But a pole, and you could just like push this pole of cool blue energy right into that, and it will just cool it down. It will dissipate all the heat. Everything you experience, whether it's in your mind, whether it's in your body, is a concentration of energy that is flowing, or we would say flowing. It can be held. Held energy is flowing in a circular. It's still moving. It's flowing within a circular. It's like when you have stuck energy in you, it's like it's trapped in a sphere, and it just kind of spins around and moves around in there, banging around, doing all sorts of things. But energy is not stationary. It's always moving, always wanting to move. So when we dissolve this sphere, this solid thing, we want to call it a shape or a sphere, when we dissolve it with the different frequency sequences, guess what? Then all the energy is free to leave. You could sweep it out, throw it out into the universe, whatever you want. All right, so now I've got a question here. So we need to go through our body, out of our body, and sweep it all out, because I'm feeling this through my whole body. Yes, sweep everything out that you're feeling. If you're feeling this all out, throughout your body, it's because your body is making you aware of it. Your body's saying, here, it's over here, here too. So yes, that's what you do. You sweep it all out. Okay. Someone is saying, Renata, that she felt a short circuit in an old scar where there were 6 surgeries. That is very good observation. Each one of those surgeries put an energy implant into the area. So you have, when we say an implant, we don't want you to think of a physical implant. It's an energy implant. So it's a sequence of energies that were related to that particular surgery and everything that happened around it. And yes, when you're feeling movement there, that's because all of these energies that were just kind of stagnant there and stuck in their little spheres have all now been broken open, and they want to move, and they want to move out, so you can sweep them all out. So put your attention on that area with the scar and visualize yourself sweeping them away, just sweeping the energy out. All the energy that's been in there, sweeping it out. So, all right, so let's see if there's any other questions that we want to answer right now. Okay. Dissolving in the mouth. That's what we did with those. Okay. I don't know what that was referring to.
That was like the sweeping, the flinging out, and she was doing dissolving in the mouth.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's fine. That's fine. We would prefer that you do something that removes it out of the body. Just dissolving it in the mouth keeps that energy. It sounds like it's keeping the energy within your body form, within the mouth. So you can feel it dissolving in the mouth, but then see yourself, or actually physically do, open your mouth and blow out. So you want to get it out. You want to release. You want to get it away, out. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
We don't want you to keep it. So if you're feeling movement and dissolving in your mouth of this energy, great. But then open your mouth and blow out, stick your tongue out, whatever, just let it out. Out. So it's gone. All right. So are there any other questions, or did we just read all the things that were in there?
No, there was
Is that where the questions come from?
Yeah, but there's still some more. There's one from Nicole about relationship. How much is, I'm trying to find the original. The question was, if I'm evaluating the health of my relationship and recognizing narcissistic traits, am I enhancing or creating them by looking at this, or recognizing what I might honestly be needing to separate from?
Okay. Can you please read that again? There's several things in there happening. The energies. Go ahead.
I didn't even get it. If I am evaluating the health of my relationship and recognizing narcissistic traits, am I enhancing or creating them by looking at this, or recognizing what I might honestly be needing to separate from?
Okay. So we want to make sure we're understanding it.
Yeah.
And Nicole can reply and clarify. All right. She is recognizing certain energies, situational energies, behavioral energies, whatever energies that are within this relationship. She's recognizing them as being harmful and narcissistic. Okay, narcissistic is a label for a certain type of harmful energy patterns. So we want you to just realize that it's, you know, that's what it is. And she's recognizing these energy as being harmful to her, and she wants to know, is this good? Am I creating more of these energies by focusing on them and seeing them? Or is it good because I'm able to see what it is I want to remove and clear out of my experience?
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
It's both. It's both. That's the thing. It's both. And it's good. It's okay that it's both. In order to clear something out, in order to see it, recognize it, have it right there. Oh, look at that. That's what it is. Sometimes it has to become a little bit bigger. Sometimes you need to see it more clearly. If it were very subtle and just around the edges, you might just, oh, well, it's just really nothing. Okay, it's just me, Okay. So sometimes it really needs to get in your face and become more. So yes, that does happen. And the purpose of what the more is what you need to focus on. If you are looking at, is this good or not for me? What is it that I need to clear out of here? Do I need to clear myself out of here? Do I need to clear the other person out of here? Do I need, you're looking, you're evaluating. When the energy of the situation is big, you can clearly evaluate it better. So it's not an accident that it becomes big. It's an intention. It may not be a conscious intention. Sometimes we allow or build, cause energy, we would say, create it, cause it in response to what we're looking for, to get so big that it just gets us right out the door. We just can't stand it anymore. Sometimes it has to get to that. So there's obviously some action needed here, physical action of you taking your physical body somewhere, and also emotional and mental action. Emotional action. You need to start, or no, we wouldn't say start, because you do it from time to time, to nurture yourself, to love yourself, to parent yourself, to protect yourself. You need to realize that there is this part of you, this childlike part of you that needs you to love it and not allow it to be in situations where it's being harmed or feeling belittled or feeling whatever. So there's choices that you need to make within what you're seeing. So the answer is, to your question, yes, it can become larger by your focusing on it, but it's a good thing, because then you can clearly see, do I want this or do I not want this? You know, that doesn't feel good. It really doesn't feel good. I'm choosing what feels good. It's a black and white. It's clearer. And sometimes in situations where, a situation we would say with this narcissistic streams of energy, patterns of energy flowing, they're designed in many ways to confuse you, to make you confused. So you're not sure what's going on. You're not sure what you want. Clarity is what you want. When you have clarity, you can see clearly what you want and what you don't want, what will serve you and what doesn't serve you, and you can make your choices. You've got to get out of the confusion. So there's a purpose for that becoming larger. If something becomes larger in your experience, look to see what it's showing you. That instead of saying, oh no, it's becoming larger because I'm focusing on it, oh dear, ask the question, what is it showing me? What are you trying to make me see? And see what you get. And you will get an answer. And you will feel guidance. And we say, follow that guidance. So we hope that helps, Nicole. It was Nicole, right?
Yes, it was Nicole. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we hope that response helped and helped you see the energy dynamics of what's happening. Everything is always happening to serve you. We want everyone to know that. It's always happening to serve you, even when it feels like it's not. Even when it looks like it's not. It's serving you because it's bringing something into your awareness in such a big way that you can't ignore it. And it's then allowing you to make a choice that's different. If something's just subtle, human beings tend to brush it off. That's all right. I can tolerate that. Yeah, I'm too busy to deal with that. I'm just, mm-hmm. So when it's big and in your face, you got to deal with it. And you have to choose.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, the great example is when someone very often, we see, when people lose a job, they were already bored in the job. They were kind of tired of the job. They were just going there and doing the routine because they needed to have a job. And they knew the people, and it was comfortable, really comfortable, but they weren't being challenged. They knew that they could do more, but they just didn't feel like looking for a job. Well, boop, then they get fired. And all of a sudden, they're without a job. Now they have to do something. What happened was that energy, that boredom and, it built up and built up and built up until it booted you right out, because that's not who you are. You're not someone that's going to sit there and just tolerate being bored and want that. No. You're always on a mission for expansion, to experience more. It's like you're a little missionary going through life. What can I experience now? What more can I become? So when you're in a stagnant situation like that, it will boot you out. It will boot you out because it's not aligned with who you are. And often what happens is people discover then, they move on to something that is so much better, and it fulfills them, and they're happy. Like, why didn't I leave that job years ago? Yeah? So people are funny in that they like to stay with what they think is comfortable. But what people are not realizing is nothing stays the same. So while you might be relaxing in your, lounge in the backyard thinking, this is fine, soaking up the sun, doing nothing, everything around you is moving. And there's going to be a a hurricane and it's going to blow your house down, or or knock a tree down on your lounge, or something like that, where you have to wake up and do something and move on. Because this standing still, staying put, thinking that you're here and this is it, is never it. It's not it. It's a false, it's like a false lulling into thinking, oh, this is it. It's comfortable. I'm just going to stay here. Look at, you can see this in very wealthy entrepreneurial people. Most of them are many of them are serial entrepreneurs. They're not happy just creating this one company and building it and whatever. Nope. They don't want to stay there and run that success. That's too comfortable. They want to challenge themselves. They want to be challenged and move and do something bigger and better and move on and on and on. And it's very obvious when you look at how they're operating. They don't stay at a comfort level. They're constantly expanding. Look at Jeff Bezos. He's got the same company, but he's buying in new ones and expanding, and now he's going to Mars and he's building the thing for the moon. And the entrepreneurs, we would say, are the most overt expression of the human impetus to expand, change, move on, become more. It's very obvious when you look at their expression in the physical world. You can see this. This impetus lives within you and within everybody. It just may be more subtle. It's not so overt, but it's there. So you cannot deny it. You cannot deny it. You've got to go with it. So, and everybody has this impetus. It's like a river. It flows at a different pace. Some people have a slower impetus, and they do things more slowly. Others are very driven. We call them driven because they have a whitewater river, and they just go on from one to one. And it's almost as if if a slower person looks at them with a slower river, says, "What's wrong with them? Can't they ever be happy? Why don't they just stay there for a little bit, relax?" But they're just driven. So it's good to understand yourself within these terms. These are all expressions of the energy flowing through you. Now what we want to do is we want to introduce you to the energy that you really are. Because the energy that you really are is a container. Now we understand that when we say this word, your mind automatically sees something with a limit. Okay, it's a container. It's like a big jar, and we're in it, and then it has a lid. And no, we don't mean container like that. We mean we don't know another word. We could say a bucket. We could say it's still something that you would see as containing. We're going to holding. It's a holder, but it's not a closed holder. It's an energetic holder. So we think if we say holder, it doesn't trigger as much of a containment sense as the word container within you. So it's this holder, and your energy, everything within you, your life, everything, all the energy within your body, everything that you experience happens within this energetic holder. But the thing that you don't experience is that the energetic holder is you, and you're even bigger than that energetic holder. So we want to take you on this journey for you to experience you. We also want to share this with you really quickly, if we can. When Amy tells us, it's a long story, so we're going to try and do it quickly. Everything that you perceive in the world, and when we say everything you perceive, we don't just mean in your life and around you. We mean the whole planet and the perception of all the other people living on it, the perception of the satellites above it, the perception of other planets and stars in a solar system, the perception of many solar systems, all things that you can perceive of as physical. You have to realize a lot of those things that you perceive of as physical is because you believe that they are physical because you were told they're there. You haven't gone and inspected them. You haven't gone into the next galaxy and looked, oh, okay, look at the galactic dust, and oh, yeah, there's a star. And you haven't done that, so you have believed. We just want to loosen up this so you understand how you get all of this stuff. all of it is a perception. It's a projection of energy to you that you then interpret. And in this case, you're interpreting through a mind, because this is the dimension that you're living in. It's a physical one, so you're interpreting through the mind. And then you're projecting out, just like a movie projector, to see what's there. That's why everybody's is different, because no one projects the exact same as another person. That's why we have communication problems, because no one experiences something the exact same as another person, because you're creating it. You're projecting it. It's not a solid thing that's there that you can all look at. You're each projecting it. When you look at a tree, you're each projecting that tree. Based on energy waves that you're receiving, you're saying, oh, that energy pattern's a tree, because you've been taught that. If you weren't taught that, you wouldn't see a tree. You'd see an energy pattern. We want you to realize that. You only see things because you were taught to see things. Babies do not see things. Infants are born seeing only energy patterns. Look into their eyes. They're not focused on a thing. They're like looking into space. And when they look at you, it's like they're looking through you, because they don't see things. They're looking at the energy pattern that you are. They're looking at the energy patterns all around them, in the space around them. And they're very interested in them. That's why they kind of stare off into space a lot. Yeah, interesting, huh? That was you. That still is you. You've just learned a lot along the way. So, what we want you to experience, or we were telling you the story. Amy got herself, well, she was just kind of moving around the house, doing cleaning, puttering around. She had a thought, a question in her mind. This is why deep inquiry is so important, and we want to encourage you all to inquire, and to inquire and ask questions that make no sense to you. To think of the biggest questions, not what can I do to get a better job, or what can I do to have this relationship work? No, those are small questions. We want you to ask the questions like, what would I be or experience if I allowed myself to just be? If you just allowed yourself to be in the present moment, from present moment to present moment, just being, what would that be like? Well, Amy asked a question, and that question was, what would human beings be if they just allowed themselves to be? And she couldn't get the question out of her head. It went around and around and around and around into a loop that just seemed to speed up. And then all of a sudden, the question stopped. But so did the projection. What happened was, she had the question. She heard us. She didn't know it was us at the time. She just heard what she perceived it as a large voice saying, sit down. And she was in the kitchen at this point, sat down at the kitchen table. Remember, she was not meditating. She had her eyes open the whole time. Sat down. As soon as she got her butt onto the chair, everything dissolved. There was nothing there. What we did, we allowed her to see, was the stopping of the projection that she was making. And what she experienced was there was no room, there was no house, there was no trees, there was no yard, there was no planet, there was no sun, there was no stars, there was no nothing. There was pure, pure white light. And the white light was filled with the vibration of pure, high frequency love. Not I love you love, but love the creation love. Creator love. Creator love is when you focus and love something into being. It's a very high frequency. Amy stayed in this state for 45 minutes. Nothing there. Eyes are open. And she also knew that as she was beginning to flow back out of it, getting ready to make her perception, she knew her mind was not going to let her remember it. And she knew that she needed to make notes as soon as she could possibly make notes. Things did form back around her, and that's really what it was the experience of. She experienced all of a sudden dissolving into nothingness, but everything. She was very aware that all consciousness was there. Every being was there. Every being that was a thing that we thought of as a thing, a star, a planet, a particle of dust, was there in this energy field. And this energy field stretched infinitely from what we humans call linear time, from the beginning. There's really no beginning. It's always been. To beyond into the future. So she could see all of it. If she focused in a certain aspect, she could see what that was like, that physical manifestation. She could see everything. She knew through time everything. Because there was no limitation. There was no perception. It was just dissolved. There was no projection of anything, which is what was there. And when everything reformed, when she began to project her reality around her, that's how she knew the time. She had been sitting opposite a clock. So she started to write things down. The only thing she wrote over and over, over and over. And it was, what would human beings allow themselves to be if they just be? Love. All there is love. Love is the only thing that exists. All there is love. We are love. Love is not what human beings say it is. Love is an energy. We are love. We are love. I mean, that was it. She just wrote it over and over. There was nothing else that came out. There was nothing else, no other like big story or anything. What she experienced is what you are. All of everybody. What is. All that is this energy field. That's it. Isn't it amazing that this energy field, this conscious energy field, is so amazing that it can project itself into you and you and you and you, and you can all believe without a doubt that you are real and your life is real and your planet's real and you can live it? It's pretty amazing. It is amazing. And you are a partner in this creation. You are that field. As Amy experienced, she wasn't separate from the field. She was the field. You are that field. And we know a lot of you you have all these words in your mind. Oh, that's the quantum field. That's the this field. That's the 0 point. Let the words go. Words and labels have not done you a service throughout your life. They have not expanded your awareness. They have contracted your awareness. That's what words and labels do. Now, we understand they're necessary to move through the physical world, because otherwise, if you didn't know that was a car and you didn't know that was a road, how could you get into it and drive on the road? You couldn't. As a matter of fact, you might try to feed a meal to your car if you didn't understand what it was. So labels are good. They serve a purpose. But we want you to realize they are labels. You agreed to them and accepted them for the purpose of moving around in this physical reality so that you could experience it. And they really are not any more than that. So, without further ado, we would like everybody to get into a comfortable position. Okay, and make sure that there's no stress in any part of your body. And we want you to focus on your breathing. We were wondering about something. No, we'll do that after. Okay. All right, so focus on your breathing. And we want you to breathe in a particular way. We will walk you through it a couple of times, and then we will let you do it on your own. We want you to imagine a gorgeous field, a sphere, beautiful sphere of brilliant white light, so bright that you cannot look at it, above your head. And it's gently rotating. And that sphere beams a beautiful beam of white light, so bright that you can't look at it, down into the crown, down, and that beam of light is flowing all the way down your center, flowing all the way down your middle, through all the chakras, lighting them up so that they're now beautiful, pure white. No colors, they're just white. And it flows all the way down to your lower abdominal area. And when it gets there, it swirls gently in a beautiful vortex. Gently, slowly. And it fills up your abdominal area with light. And it fills up, it radiates down into your legs. And the light radiates up, up, all the way to your shoulders and down your arms. And fills your head space. And when you want to exhale your breath, if you haven't already, just exhale it through your mouth. But all the light is going to stay in your body. And once again, we're going to walk you through the breathing. You're going to breathe that beautiful beam of light from that sphere that's so bright you can't look at it, down into your crown, through your crown, into your head, and let it illuminate your whole head space. Woof, so bright. And then it flows all the way down, 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 down the center of you. You could feel it flowing, brightening up every chakra center. White, white, beautiful, bright white chakra spinning, illuminating everything within your trunk, flowing down into that beautiful vortex of swirling bright, bright white light. And it adds more light to that. And that light flows and spills over down your legs, illuminating them even brighter, till you just are glowing. You have a glow that's within your body that's so bright it radiates out around you into a field, this white light field. We're seeing the energy within you so bright, radiating out, so we see your energy field also so bright. And when you want to exhale, you just exhale through your mouth, leaving all this light in your body. Every part of your body is lit up. And as you continue to breathe in, it gets brighter and brighter and brighter. And when you're ready to exhale this time, we want you to breathe out through every pore of your body. So imagine your body contracts in to breathe in and expands, no, the other way. Expands in to breathe in and contracts, and all the energy, the light, is coming out through every pore and expands the field around you even bigger and bigger. And as you continue to breathe, this beautiful sphere, this is kind of becoming a nice round sphere of light, is there around you. And you are within it, a beautiful, glowing, light-filled body, being. Your physical body is turned all to light. Now within this sphere, you can see that there is a structure that is holding you. It is a beautiful structure, a geometric structure, and it has the space for your body, and it protects your body and holds you. It is what you call Merkaba. It is your vehicle. Everybody has one, but we don't want you to get too caught up in the definition of it or the physical nature of it, because it is an energy. It is a energy container. Energy is always shifting and moving, so whether it has a form or doesn't have a form, in any moment, that changes. What it looks like in any moment, that changes. And you, gorgeous light within this field, so it's like you have a field, you are a field of light within another field of light. And then within that, you are in this beautiful shell of beautiful bubble, better word, bubble of this white light. And you are free now to travel. And we are going to travel. We want to bring your attention up, off the planet. We want you to imagine you are looking up and out. And as you look up and out, you allow your consciousness to flow where you are looking. And you feel yourself lifting up off the planet and floating up into space, into what you call the sky, and up, up, up. And you feel yourself, your consciousness and your awareness expanding. And if you look back, look down, what you perceive of as down, where you came from, you can see. You see the earth. So you can see the earth. It's there. And you seem to be above it. And you're still moving. And as you move, you're going by all sorts of interesting things floating out there. You can see that International Space Station moving around the earth. And all sorts of space stuff Very interesting. And you just keep going. You're going, and you've got your focus now up and out. And as you move up and out, we could take an interesting, well, we'll do that swing on the way back. We'll do that on the way back. So now we want you to keep focusing. We want you to continue to just focus outward and upward. As you go focus outward and upward, you feel like you are moving outward and upward. And you are this light that's just streaming up through other light. You might perceive that you're streaming up through darkness. That's okay, because you might perceive the space is dark. And you're just moving. You're not zooming. You're just moving with a nice steady flow. And as you go, you're noticing that there's other things that you perceive of as planets there. You wave, there's Saturn. Yeah, it's cool. It really does have rings. And there's another one. We don't know which one that is. That could be Neptune, possibly. And then you're flowing out. Oh, there's that beloved little Pluto with its heart. Pluto is a great planet. We still think it is a planet. Even though you don't, we do. It has a heart. Anything that wears a heart is a planet. And you feel yourself going out, and you're aware of all of these little particles. Well, they may be, depending on how big you perceive yourself to be. They could be large particles or small particles. They're all just different meteor particles, space dust, all sorts of things that are out in this belt that expands around the solar system. And finally, you move out of that, and you see all of the Milky Way with many solar systems in it. You're above it now. You're above it. You can see the energy of it. You can see the swirl of it. You can see that it moves in a vortexual, beautiful swirl. All energy moves this way. Energy is always moving in a swirl. And you're just moving out and up. You're feeling yourself just expanding and floating. It's like you're moving in this beautiful light vehicle. Your big energy bubble within your beautiful Merkaba in there. And you're just floating, and you're just enjoying the view. Enjoying the view. And you're feeling yourself expanded. And all of a sudden you look out. You just notice that you're just kind of looking to what you perceive to be your right. And you notice that it's just pure light. Pure light there. Beautiful. This radiant, brilliant white light. It actually hurts to look at it. It's so bright. And then you look to the other side, left, and you perceive the same thing. And you look to see, where are the things? You don't see any things. There's no things here. There's just this beautiful white field of light. And you love it. It feels so good. You are just so happy to be here. And it feels very much like home. And you're enjoying it. And it's like you're amazed. You're just awestruck by its beauty, by its size, by the feeling of it. It just feels like this gorgeous, amazing frequency. And as you look around, you notice that within this light, there's little sparkles. It's like a little sparkle. That it kind of like comes, it's like the sparkle rises up out of the light, flashes into this beautiful, brilliant light, and then it falls back down. We say falls back down, but really dissolves back into, would be a better way of saying that. Dissolves back into this field of white light around you. And you're fascinated because you're seeing many of these, a lot of them. This field that you are in now is full of them. And you want to know what's happening. You expand your consciousness. You just think, what's happening? And all of a sudden, you are aware of what's happening. You feel that all of these little sparks that come up, these little twinkles and sparkles that rise up, this flash in existence, and then dissolve back into this field, they're happening within you. And you feel them all happening. And then all of a sudden, you realize that what you think of as you is that. You are a sparkle, you are a twinkle, you are a flash, you are up, and you are flashing. You are living that existence that is the sparkle. And then you become dissolved back into the field of light. This happens many times within your, quote, lifetime, what you call a lifetime. And each major sparkle is a lifetime. It's a lifetime of a being. It's a lifetime of a planet. Planets are beings too, but we distinguish them for you. It's a lifetime of a solar system, which is another being. And that all of these beings are here within this field of energy. It's like this beautiful white field. And you're amazed. And then you want to know more about this field. So you want to know, when did the field start? I want to see what's down there. What I perceive of is over there. Just look over there and focus, and all of a sudden you realize you're aware. You're aware of what happened. You call it happened. We call it happening. And you're also very aware that there is no happened, that everything is happening now within this field of light. What you call past isn't past, it's present. What you're calling future isn't future, it's present. It's just where you're focusing within this field. So you can focus on what you call future, and you'll see that it's got the same sparks that are coming up into form, or what you call existence, flashing up, existing, and then dissolving back. Now, tune your knowing into the field, to the light. Just allow yourself to receive, to open up and hear and know all of what's happening in this field. And suddenly you will know, you will see that that's a solar system happening there. That's being born. Oh, look, that's a star dying there. Oh, that's a baby being born on the earth. You'll see that all of these things are what you call life. But as you look at it, you're seeing the baby being born on the earth looks exactly like the star dying and the solar system being born. There's no distinction. They're the same. They're the same. They're all the same, and so are you. You're all the spark that exists within the field of light. Now, are you the field of light? Let's find out. Feel yourself expanding your awareness and consciousness. Flow it out. Just allow it to flow out. Like it's just pouring out of you and flowing out in all directions. But you can't see the edges of this field you were in. So just allow your awareness to flow. And just see what you're knowing. See what you're receiving. You're knowing everything that's happening. You're knowing all of these, what you call life. You're knowing you have all the knowledge. You see and feel all of this knowledge that has come from all of these lives throughout infinity. You can know it all. And you feel something. You feel that you're it. It's all you. You're not separate from it. It's not like you're here and that's there. There's all you. You can move your consciousness to where you experienced that spark that was the solar system being formed. Let's do that. Move your consciousness to where that solar system was being born. You felt it, you saw that spark, you recognized it. Now feel yourself. You are with this creation, this solar system. You are it. You are the solar system. How does that feel? Can you feel yourself coming into being all these particles moving and swirling into form. All of this light, these light frequencies dancing and moving in such a way that they are creating something. Can you see the swirl, the spiral swirl of all the different things that are going to come together to make more life? Life of planets, life of different meteorites, life of all sorts of things that happen in a solar system. Can you see the star, the gorgeous star right there? Let's walk into the star. The star is you. You can walk right into it. That star is hot, beautiful, hot, white hot. And you walk right into it. Actually, you're not walking, you're flowing. You're flowing with your consciousness. So feel yourself flowing right into the center of it. Now you're in something that is so brilliant and bright that you need 10 pairs of sunglasses. It's so bright. But you can feel something else in that star. You can feel love. You can feel this pulse of this star. You can feel it has like a heartbeat, a pulse. It's got this light, it's pulsing there. And it has love. It's filled with this vibration of this divine love. And your own beingness, your own love that you are just melts into it. You feel yourself bonding with this star. You become one with it. You connect with the heart of this star, and it becomes you. And you become it. And you receive all there is to receive from the star, and it receives all there is to receive from you, which is love. Divine, beautiful, knowing love, creative love. And you share, and you realize that you are the star. You are the star. Star is you. There's nothing that's separate here. You're just choosing to perceive differently in this particular life experience that you have chosen to have. So now we're going to flow out from the star, you taking that love energy with you. That star will always live with you now, within you. We want you to just come back to a point where you are still, and you're just perceiving this vast, brilliant light, and everything happening. You're seeing sparks being born and living, flashing up, and then you're seeing them dissolve back, fall back and dissolve into the field of light. You're witnessing life, birth, life, death, of all sorts of things. Now we want to bring your attention to what you consider to be your body form. Because now your body form is just pure light. So you can look right into it. We want you to notice something within this, what you consider this form of your body. It looks the exact same as the field that you are within. Your body is filled with this white light. You see all of these different flashes happening within your body. You see little sparks like rising up, flashing, living, and then falling back into the whole overall light and becoming one with it. You're watching this life, this birth, life, and death process within your own body, within what you consider to be your own space, your own body. It looks the exact same as what's happening outside. So now we ask for you to just ponder this question and to hold this question. Am I that? This field out here? Or am I this field that I perceive of as in me? Or is this field that I'm looking at out here, is that in me? Am I within myself right now looking at the field of light within me? They're all questions to just experience, not to necessarily have answers to, but to expand with. Answers may come. The best answers and the truest answers are going to be the answers that you feel, not answers that have words. Words come from the mind. So, when you feel yourself one with this field, as this field of light that expands infinitely in all directions, it feels amazing. You feel this love within you that's so big, and you feel this love around you that's so big. It just melts into one. You are just blended, melted into this field. You flow everywhere within this field. And you notice that you overlap with other, quote, beings or lives within the field. You're all there, overlapping. And then you look at the light within what you consider to be your form, and it looks the exact same. You say, well, is this separate, distinct? Is it that? And there's no boundary. There's nothing that bounds you. This is the light within you from that. You're experiencing the light within you is the same as the light that is everywhere, the infinite consciousness. That's another thing we want you to notice, that this light field with the sparks that keep popping up and just sparkling everywhere, that you know are life. You know it's a conscious field. You know that this light is aware. You can communicate with it. And when you communicate with it, it's like you're communicating with yourself. It's fascinating. And it's very loving. Very loving. It's just, we hate to use the word love because humans have defined love in a particular way. This is not that. We would say this is encompassing, supportive, flowing, birthing, creating, holding. We have to come up with a new word. We will work on that so that we can move you beyond the concepts that you've learned. So now that you are with this field and one with this field and experiencing your consciousness throughout the field, you can focus in any direction. You have all these different sparks, these different sparks of life coming up and existing. You can see them all. You can know them. It's as if they're all happening within this field that is you. You could feel that. We want you to just appreciate that and enjoy that. And appreciate the diversity, the many, many, many sparks. So an infinite number. You can't see the end of this field and the end of the sparks that are just happening. And all of the experiences, all of the knowing you have. Now, we want you to bring your attention and awareness back to your form, your body form. We want you to feel it. We want you to acknowledge that your body form, not only does it look like it's a microcosm of everything that you are part of, that you are, on the larger scale, but that it is serving you in a very special way. This microcosm of the large consciousness you call your consciousness, your form, exists. It's come into being as a spark so that you, the big consciousness, can experience in a more detailed way, so that you can get into the nitty-gritty of relating to things. So for this purpose, this consciousness that you are has chosen to come to the earth. It has chosen the earth because the earth provides a special experience, the experience of physical relativity. Everything within the physical experience is relative to something else within the physical experience. It is an experience of physical relativity. And when you have relativity, you learn a lot about you. You relative to that, you relative to this, you relative to that, and it goes on, and you accumulate, you absorb a lot of information and a lot of interesting, fun experiences too. So it's a fun dimension to be in. It's a fun place. It's actually the best amusement park in all of this beautiful light field, the physical one. So now, having this knowing of all that you are, everything that you perceive of, that has ever existed and that will ever be. We want to say that again. You are all that is now, all that you have perceived of as ever being, all that has ever been, and all that will ever be. So all past moments, all present moments, and all future moments, which really all are present moments, you are. You are. You are everything. You are not just something, experiencing something. You are all of it, which is kind of cool. So now we're going to travel back into your perception of your solar system. So we want you to imagine, we didn't have to imagine, just allow yourself to experience your light form within your light sphere, and just feel yourself bringing your awareness back into that space, into that sphere, and decide you want to come back to your solar system that you call home within the Milky Way galaxy. Okay, boop, you're there. See, when you know that you are everything, you can travel your consciousness through that everything at the speed of thought. You can actually do it at the speed of light, but since human beings like to have a thought, we go at the speed of thought. Sometimes the speed of thought can be faster than the speed of light. Usually, it's a little slower because you like to have a lot of words in your thought. So, now you're in your beautiful Milky Way, and you see your solar system. Look at that solar system. It's moving around that Milky Way. It's going around. But it's not, the sun is there, and you see the planets, but they're not going around the sun. They're following the sun in what looks like a corkscrew pattern. They're like spiraling. Now, the ones closest to the sun are spiraling in a little smaller spiral, and the ones furthest, their spirals are bigger. But all the planets are like following behind the sun a little bit. They're not right there around it. And they're just going around. And it's like they're following the leader. It's kind of cute. And then you can see that some of the planets have things going around them, and it's a similar type situation. So it's a very different dynamic than the flat dynamic, the two-dimensional dynamic, or even three-dimensional dynamic that you have learned, you have been taught through many things. You're taught things. And they're limited. They're two-dimensional. But really what exists is multidimensional. So you want to trust your feeling and your experience more than what you learned. So now we want you to, let's go visit Mars. Mars, everyone on Earth seems to have a fascination with Mars. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people on Earth. And they want to go to Mars. That's like the big home that we're going to find. We're going to make home on Mars next. Well, there's a beautiful little gadget on Mars now. It's called the Mars lander. It's not a rover, it's a lander. And it's taking all sorts of soil samples and it's doing all sorts of scientific things. Let's go visit it and check out what it's doing. Remember, Mars is part of you too. And you are Mars. All of these things is part of the energy field that you are, this vast field. So let's, oh, there's Mars. See, all we got to do is think about it. There, can you see the beautiful red clay? That red rock? It's a very pretty planet. Quite hot, but it's pretty. It's not too hot. There are hotter planets. It actually does have some ice on it, and it's frozen areas. And there's the lander. The lander's got beautiful solar panels all spread out in little octagonal shapes. And it's there doing its work. It seems pretty happy. And it's doing all sorts of things. You can see pieces of it moving as it goes into the soil. Very slow moving. It's not a speedy thing. Very careful moving. So there's Mars. We'll be back to visit it soon, according to all the people on the Earth that are working on it. So let's go to our beautiful Earth. Here is the Earth. You can see her. It's like you're zooming over to her. She's getting bigger and bigger and bigger as you're zooming in right through that atmosphere, all the way down. You all see your spot. There's your spot on the Earth. You can see it, and you're flowing down. You're just flowing the energy, that light energy that you are is just coming in like a beam of light right into and onto the Earth. It's landing. It's coming in. It's going into the space that you consider to be your home and the structure in which you reside. And your light flows right in, and it just illuminates space. And you could see, looking from the vast part of you down, that your space, your home, your apartment, your house, whatever it may be, is glowing as your energy feels it. Now you see that you have your body lying there, your physical form, and you are very happy to see it. And you allow this light, beautiful white light that you are to flow right in through the crown, right into your body form, filling up every space, fitting down into the fingers and down into the legs and the toes, filling in all the organs until you feel your light, your energy right back into the body form, lighting up your body form. Everything feels good. You're checking around with your consciousness. If you feel anything that might feel out of sorts, just beam some light at it. Bring some light, some extra light to focus right on that area. Just allow yourself to just enjoy the feeling of this wonderful body. This body is a special, special vehicle that you chose to inhabit with your brilliant light consciousness so that you could experience this reality of physicality, this relative reality. In a pure energy reality, there's really very little relativity. Energy flows into other energy. It blends together. It swirls together. It all dances together. But in a world that's physical, where you see yourself having a form and an entity, an energized entity that is you, there's all this opportunity for relativity and experience and learning and amazement. Amazement. By knowing the form that you are, you can know that you are different from something. And you can experience that difference. You can also know when you're similar to something, and you can experience the sameness there. It's wonderful. We really want you to appreciate the experience that is here. Now, we also want you to bring your awareness to outside of your body form. So while you're here in your body form, we want you to expand your awareness. If you like to feel it as energy expanding, just feel the energy expanding around your body. And as you feel it expanding, see that, know that, you can know that space. You can know what's happening there. If you want to expand your energy out to encompass your neighborhood, you can see, you can know what's happening. You can feel the other energies there. Now we want you to bring your energy back, flow it back to your space, your form. You always have a beautiful energy field around you. And you can expand that energy field at any time. When you expand that energy field and you allow yourself to bring your awareness outward within that energy field, and you make your energy field encompass more, you can have your energy field encompass the whole earth. You will know things. You will see what's happening. You will understand what's happening. You will be able to see things happening on the other side of the earth. You will be able to know, if you want to expand your energy into what you consider future moments of now, you will be able to see what's happening in those future moments of now. You can expand your energy into parallel realities, parallel experiences. There are many parallel experiences that are happening right here within this reality, this physical reality, the earth reality that you're experiencing. So you are like, it's like, I'm going to make it so that your mind can understand it. It's like you are a block of wood, and all of a sudden something comes down and slices you into infinitesimally, we can't say that word, small slices. Each one of these slices now experiences an earth experience. And that's exactly what's happened. You, the big consciousness that is you, which exists within the bigger, vast consciousness, which you are also, has come here to experience. And then you've come here and you have split yourself, because you are a powerful being, into many parallel experiences. Why? So that you could have the most experiences that you could possibly have. You don't want just one. You want many. And as you choose to expand your energy field, if you think of your energy field expanding into a parallel reality, you just imagine it over there, you will be able to speak to see, to interact with your parallel self. You will be able to see how is their life going. You can learn things from your parallel self, and you can bring them back into your own experience. You will see all these different things just by expanding your awareness. by knowing that you can do it and expanding your awareness. Because you are this vast conscious awareness. You are this consciousness. I just want you to feel that. It feels pretty good. It feels amazing. It feels true, too. You know it feels true because you could feel it in your belly. Like your belly and your heart are saying, yeah. So now we want to bring you back into the experience more, we would say, solidly into the experience of your body form. So feel yourself inhabiting your body. Feel the energy of you flowing through every part of your body. You are not your body. You inhabit your body, and your body is your partner to experience this physical relative reality. Isn't that cool? So, your body can tell you things, and you can learn to speak with your body, and you can hear it. It can guide you. It has information because its experience is slightly different from the consciousness that you are that inhabits the body's experience. And it doesn't have a mind, so it can clearly see and experience things in ways that your mind might obscure. So your body is a very good partner to communicate with. So now that you're inhabited in your body, we want to bring the body and your energy back into unified connection. So feel as if there's little fastenings going on. The energy that you are is fastening, connecting all the way up the legs. Little fasteners are connecting. And you're getting there, grounded into this body, fastened in, so that you are one flowing with the body. Good. Now, even though you're in this body now, your awareness is not limited by this body. Your awareness can be as vast as you allow it to flow in any moment. You are all of consciousness, and you can access that in any moment by choosing to. You don't have to go on an elaborate journey as we did. You can just close your eyes, allow your awareness to expand, and just receive. Just receive. Just know, receive. And as you're expanding, you'll notice that you're also beaming out this love and this light, for it is really what you are. So we just want to, before we bring you back into an awake state, we want to just point out how amazing and miraculous and just brilliant this experience that you're experiencing is. It's amazing. It is brilliant in that you get so immersed. You are able to be so immersed in your experience that you forget that you are all of consciousness, that you forget that you are not distinct from this body that you see standing over there, that you are the same consciousness. You are one. You forget that. You forget that you are not limited by your physical form. And you do all this to really immerse yourself and enjoy the experience of relative physicality. It's really a brilliant design. And we want to commend you for having chosen it and having created it. So next time you feel some kind of discomfort within your physical body or within your physical perceived life, just smile and know that that's there because you wanted it to be there for some reason so that you could become aware of something else. Maybe to become aware of your own power and ability. Maybe to become aware of just having an experience. It's all good. And we can share with you, as not having body form, that we enjoy and experience all of your body form experiences. We get to have that experience too because we're one with you. You are us. We are you. And yes, you can know what we know in any moment by choosing it. So in a lot of ways, we live through you, through your experiences. Your experiences are your own. You choose them. But we hop along for the ride. And we appreciate them. We enjoy everything. Even the ones you think you don't enjoy, we enjoy them immensely. Because they're an experience. It's like eating the most delicious cake that you could possibly imagine. It's just wonderful. So now that we have shared this and taken you on this journey and brought you right back into your beautiful, beautiful space of your body and your home and your partner, we want to bring you to a new, why not new? A new experience of awakening and consciousness as you open your eyes. We're going to count from 1 to 7. Don't open your eyes yet. We're going to bring your energy to a more conscious, grounded into your body level so you don't feel out of your body when you open your eyes. We want you to feel in the body. But we're going to bring you into a new vision, a new experience of this reality. So we're going to start with 1 and count to 7. And then we'll have you open your eyes. 1. You could feel your energies all come together in your body form. 2. Yes, you can feel every aspect of your body form. You can feel the energy flowing throughout it. You might even label it as something called blood or air or lymph. You could just feel these things moving in your body. 4. We think we're on 4. We lost track. 4. You can feel your body. The weight of your body, the gravity exerting the pressure upon your body so you can feel it pressing against the surface you are lying on or sitting on. You could feel it's like the surface is pushing up against you. You could feel that connection there. Your body has density. It has a density that can now be pulled by gravity. How fun is that? And now we go to 5. And 5, you're feeling your consciousness now focusing within your mind, within your heart, and within your solar plexus. And you feel very grounded in your body and very expanded at the same time. Now we think we're on 6. It's funny how we keep losing these numbers. It goes to show how unimportant they are. 6. And you really, even more so, feel the conscious awareness of you as the identity that you have chosen to be. And yet, coupled with, at the same time, you feel yourself as the vast field of light, the vast consciousness that you are at the same time. You're both. Now we go to 7, and you know that you can open your eyes into your space and it will be amazing. It will look bright and gorgeous. So we want you to open your eyes now. Blink, blink, blink. Look around. Take in everything. You might see more light around you. You might even see those specks of rainbows, rainbow flashes. The rainbow energy has been supporting you all of the time. Rainbow frequencies. We want you to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes and see that you are able to be in your body, move your body. You can shake it out if you want. And just notice how you feel different in your body now. You're aware of you as the energy within the body, interacting with the body. You can feel that your body has a consciousness of its own, and you are partnered. All right. We want you to enjoy this feeling, but we want to talk to you too. So we will bring back Alara magically.
Yes, I'm back.
Okay.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. You're so welcome.
That was wonderful.
So how do you feel?
I don't think I can actually describe it. I'm still kind of out of it. It was such a powerful process. You know, just so expansive and so much light. Yeah.
Can you feel that still within your body? Now that you're back, can you still feel the expansiveness and the light within your body?
Yeah, and that's why I'm having a hard time putting words together.
Okay.
I think.
That's okay.
Right? Yeah.
That's okay. The true you, the light, the consciousness, the awareness that you are, doesn't use words. Mm-hmm. So that's perfectly normal. The words are an invention of this planet, this human beings, that not even, there are a lot of beings on this planet that don't use words, but human beings have chosen to use words. So the fact that they're a little hard to find, that's actually good.
Awesome.
So what we're going to do, we're going to let you continue to, you know, get acclimated to your words again. We are going to describe our special offer because we're so excited about it. There's something really special that we did, and now that you've had this process, you are going to love it, love it, love it. So we need to get everybody to go to the special offer page because you have to see it.
So I can share it as well. I can share my screen. So for those of you...
Oh, you can do that.
Yeah, but for those of you who are not on the phone, you can go to alara.at/show/Amy8. And those of you who are on the live page right now, just click on special offer, but I'm going to actually share my screen so that you can all see it.
Click on what? Special optics?
Special offer on the...
Oh, special offer.
If you're on the live page, but otherwise you can just look here. 1 second. There you go.
She has started screen sharing. I see black. I think I'm not. Oh, I have to turn. No, I don't know. Oh no, there it is. It got big. Awesome. Oh, the only thing is, okay, but I have to get back to mine. Oh, I'm seeing. All right. Oh, well, because I can't scroll on yours.
No, I can scroll.
Okay, but wait, how can I get back to, I don't want to view your screen, so can I get out?
Yeah.
So that just so everyone else can view it, but I can see my...
Yeah, you can.
How?
Just click on stop share.
Where's that? Stop share.
I don't know.
Oh, and it says green share screen. If I click on that again, will it stop?
No, don't click on that.
No, you can't. Oh, no, okay.
I forget what it is. I used it earlier. It just says it's okay. I don't have to share the screen. Doesn't matter. You can just talk about it.
Yeah, because I can't scroll on your screen. Okay. All right.
Right. So I'll stop sharing.
Let me just. Oh, options. Exit full screen. Okay, I exited full screen. That helped. So you can still share it now. I'm out of the full screen. I could see my internet. Okay. Awesome. So yeah. All right. You got to give them where it is.
I already did. It's alara.at/show/Amy8.
Okay. Did they get that?
Yeah.
alara.at/show SHOW/Amy8.
Yeah. And when they're on YouTube or when they're on the podcast, the link is there. And if you're on the live page right now, just click on special offer.
Right. Now, before we describe the special offer, if you're on the special offer page, and Alara, you got to do this on your screen, scroll down. Keep scrolling all the way down. You're going to come to something in the middle of it. You're going to see an image. And the image, it looks like a light being in a field of light and a Merkaba. Can you see it?
Yeah.
All right. We want you to just look at that for a moment. And we want you to just experience the energy and the love coming. Feels like it's coming from the center of that and it's going right into your heart. Can you feel the expansion in your heart when you look at it?
Beautiful.
Yeah. That this energy, this image has encapsulated the energy and the feeling of the journey that you just took, that we just took you on. So you can come back to this and you can feel it. Mm-hmm. Now this image anywhere else is not going to do the same thing. So if you see this image somewhere else, it's not going to have it. This has been it's programmed. Mm-hmm. Right. So now we're going to tell you about the special offer. You can look at it as we go, yep. Or you can continue to gaze at the image. It's up to you. So, all right. The offer is called Live the Radiant, Pure Possibility of the Unlimited, Infinite Potential that is you. That infinite potential is what we just experienced. And that infinite potential is you being the vast conscious awareness within the experience of your physical being and body. It's an amazing thing when you do that. And it is unlimited, and it is infinite. Now, all of these programs are beautiful. They're channeled. They are by us, the collective. And you will be taken in each program and each meditation into a divine energy. You're going to be taken into an aspect of this gorgeous consciousness, and you're going to feel it, and you're going to experience it. And it's going to be programmed into you at a cellular level. So while you'll be learning we will be speaking and sharing, you will also be energetically being programmed to be able to experience this vastness, this awareness, this big consciousness that you are with ease. You just be able to flow into it. It won't be a big deal. You will be able to be it. We are on a creaking chair. It's terrible. Okay. Now, there are two aspects to this special offer. It's offer A and offer B. Offer B contains all of the things we're going to talk about plus more. So this is offer A and B, the crystalline grid connection. The crystalline grid connection is living love. It's living as love. The experience that we had, the crystalline grid takes you back into. It takes you into it in a different way. It takes you into the experience within the light grids, the love grids, the love and light grids around the earth, the energy grids around the earth. Now you are, as you are this consciousness, all of it, you are also the grid. And you get to experience yourself as the grid and everyone else. And you experience in a very powerful way the interconnectedness of the energy that you all are and how it flows. You're not just a point over there and a point over there. You have constant flowing energy between you, from you, within you. You're all this energy stream. It's amazing. It is an experience of great expanded awareness. So it is another way to experience who you are. Now it's a little closer to the physical dimension because you feel it within the grids around the earth. It's a wonderful, expansive, beautiful, and powerful meditation. It's kind of a meditative journey, we would say, altered state meditation. There is that magical image again. And the magical image is also on the next program. And the next program is a long program. It's 2 parts. It's great. It's got 4 MP3s, and it's almost 5 hours, and it is making the shift from chained to freedom. Chained, as it says here, when you're chained, you're spending your life as a human being living in a box that was built by your past choices and is held in place by the mind. Past choices also include all of the things that you agreed to accept as true when you came here, that others told you. All of those things. People tend to look at things like slogans, like, oh, money doesn't grow on trees. That's something that I was told. There's a lot that you were told that isn't a slogan. You were told that certain things are good, certain things are bad, that this is hot, that this is cold. There's a lot of things that you accepted that you didn't directly experience. They also formed your box. They also are part of your box. So when you're controlled by these choices, your box, in other words, you do not choose freely. You choose the way that we can best describe the box is if you imagine a box of energy that you have created through all of these choices and past experiences and decisions and agreements. When you have a decision to make, the energy goes out, it's the box, it goes around in the corners and the confines of the box. It follows the box. So your energy decision, your thought process, your energy, your consideration of whatever it is that you're looking at follows the contours of the box and doesn't expand beyond it. That's how the box confines you. Now, what this program is going to do is it's going to break you out of the box. You can read more on the page about the details of it, but it actually will break you out so that you're free. You no longer are confined. See, we took you on a beautiful, beautiful journey today. Unfortunately, the box you have built with your powerful mind, you have a powerful mind and you are a powerful being. In this physical relative reality, your mind likes to take charge and likes to make you think that you're not a powerful being. Your mind doesn't want you to remember that you are a big, vast energy, that you are everything, and that you have the power of creation. You are all of it. Your mind wants you to think that you are within this box and you have to abide by the rules and whatever. So, you need, a good way of saying it is you need to reinforce, re-experience who you are outside of the box. You need to experience it in as many ways as possible. And you'll always have the mind wanting to say, nope, this is it, you're in here. The more experiences you have of who you are and the vastness that you are, the more empowered you will be to say to the mind, thank you for sharing. I know who I am. Thank you. I appreciate you, mind. And I'm going to do this. So this program is a very powerful program. Very powerful. You can do this program. You can go through it. And then you can go through it again a month later, and it will be a completely different program, and you will have completely different experiences, and you will be expanded in completely different ways. It's a channeled program. It's a channeled energy program that is spoken in words. But we want you to know it's channeled energy. And the way this energy affects you will be relative, you're in that relative reality, relative to where you are, who you are in that moment, and you're never the same in moment to moment. This is not something you should do once. It's something that you should do over and over and over and over, and let it just blow your mind and free you into that energy that you are. It's just amazing, amazing. We love our programs. As you can tell, we love our programs. But we have a reason why we love our programs, because they work. And we love what they bring you. Now, the next thing here is this guided portal meditative journey. This is so beautiful. Very expansive, very fun. This is taking you into expansion through the portals, through dimensions. You're moving through dimensional portals into different dimensions. You're meeting the interdimensional beings, which are the portal beings. Interdimensional beings reside in the portals between dimensions. They are very loving. They're very helpful. They do not speak words, but that doesn't matter because you will feel the love and the support from them just being with them. It's a 50-minute guided altered state meditation. It's very inspiring, very expanding, very relaxing. You can do it anytime to get in touch with your expanded self beyond the dimension that you experience yourself living within. And you'll always have friends in the portals. It's a wonderful experience. Okay, next we have joy. Now, we cannot emphasize how important joy is. You, that expanded being that you are, that light, that expanded consciousness you just experienced, is joyful. There's not one bit of stress or struggle or anything. There's ease, bliss, and joy. That's it, flowing. that's who you are. When you are joyful, you are closest in vibration to the true you, and most easily, or more, I guess we would say, more easily able to slip into the experience of your expanded awareness. When you're anxious, when you're stressed, when you're worried, when you're concerned, all those things are very far in vibration from the true you, the expanded consciousness that you are. You can't slip in very easily. And then you won't have the access to all that knowing that would be flowing to you. So you want to get joyful. You want to be joyful as often as possible. This is a very simple and beautiful guided process. It's also, we give it to you in a PDF, so you can actually take it with you and use it in the middle of the day if you get stressed and you're not home and you can't play something. It's so easy and it works so well. You can also always use the tail wagging. We feel this creates actually more joy deep within than the tail wagging. But we do not want you to overlook or forget the power of joy. Just pure, unfettered, incredible, inner, moving to the outer joy. All right. The next thing in this beautiful offer, and remember these are in both offers, is the living energy light encoded portal energy activations and transmissions for specific things. Now we say portal energy, you're not going into a portal here, we're bringing the energy from the portal, which is a very special type of energy. And that is what is being used to activate the energy in here. These are energy transmissions, like it says. They're short. You can do a couple of them in a day, you know, just set a couple times, set some time aside. We would never do them while driving, never. We would never do them while doing something else. It's not really a great idea. Like if you're going to be washing the dishes to do this, because you're not going to be receiving so much. And they do alter your energy, so, you know, it's possible you could break things or hurt yourself or something. So we just want you to be more dedicated when you listen to them with your focus. And you'll get the most from them that way. These are the different subjects. There's synchronicity and flow in this year, in 2019. The energy of 2019 is extremely intense, has been going up and down, and peaks and valleys, the rounded loops, and then peaks. August was a very high peak valley, pointy. It was a much sharper energy. People were really pushed to things in August. They were pushed to feeling things, having to make decisions and choices, or breaking out of things, or really feeling something that they need to work on, that they need to maybe release. August was that type of month. It was the Lion's Gate energy, and it's also filled with upgrades. Now, the next thing that's in this frequencies, the next one is prosperity and abundance in this year. Beautiful, powerful, opens you up, gets you vibrating in sync with that vibration of being prosperous, abundant, and just having it flow into you, through you, into your life. It's just wonderful. The next one works the same way for well-being and optimal health. You got those aches, you got those pains, you have an issue, use this. Again, it changes your vibration to being in flow with, to resonating with, vibrating in with. Optimal health, optimal well-being, just that vibration. It's a different vibration than being in pain or being sick. The optimal health vibration is what you want to be in. This restores that vibration for you, infuses your cells with this energy, and then activates them. So it's not like you're just getting an energy healing. This is actually an infusion and then activated. So they're very powerful. They're short but powerful. When we say short, we mean they're like 8 minutes, 10 minutes. Maybe I think the longest one might be 12 minutes. So they're relatively short. And then the next one is optimized relationships for 2019. This is really good for if you have relationship goals. And we also want to point out that optimized relationships also refers to everything. Everything you do, you live in a relative physical reality. Everything's a relationship. Your relationship with your car, your relationship with your boss, your relationship with your clothes, your relationship with your food. It's all relationships. Everything is you related to or relative to something else that you're experiencing. This optimizes all of your relationships. So it's not just restricted to relationship between human and human. It does do that too. It does optimize those, but it optimizes all your relationships. So if your clothes are not right, or they're feeling too tight, or they just look awful, you do this, and your relationship with your clothes might change in such a way that you put the same thing on and it looks different. Or you have an inspired idea on what to do to change how it hangs on you, or to make it just amazing. Really, all of these expand your experience of whatever and bring it to the level of optimization. It's great. The next one is the career and business success. This also is an optimization energy. It infuses you with the energy of career success, business success, and then activates it. So all of this stuff where you were maybe hesitating or not sure, or felt that you had to do something a certain way, that clears all of that stuff out and allows you to experience receiving the optimal choices and the optimal path. And you're able to be free to move down them. You're expanded, you're free. So they're really great little tools, and they're easy to use. And I will also send you some tips on how to use all these different things, because we don't want you to just, I'm going to lie down and plug it in and listen. We want you to use them with a certain intention, in a certain way. In other words, we don't want you to be doing other things. We want you to dedicate time to it. And then for listening to the portal meditation, and especially the two-part shifting program from chain to freedom, there's a specific way that we want you to listen to that to maximize your experience and your receiving. Makes a difference. All right, now, the next thing, now we're getting into the bonus live things. These are yummies. This first one is these sessions have gone off the charts. They're so powerful. They're just so powerful. There's no words to even describe how powerful they are. It says 5D to 11D multidimensional. However, we feel they have expanded beyond 11D. They've expanded into dimensions beyond those which are counted at times. The whole session is not that beyond in those dimensions, but there are aspects of the session that does expand into dimensions that are not yet counted. And extremely powerful experiences and amazing experiences. This is a multidimensional money Reiki transformation energy session. The session was originally called Money Reiki session, multidimensional money Reiki. However, it has expanded. It still includes money Reiki, transformation of your experience of money and wealth and prosperity and abundance. Yes, but it also brings in the latest and the newest upgrades that are arriving on the planet, that are here, that you can be infused with. Each one is infused with the upgrades to the level that they are able to hold. It includes activations of all of these upgrades. It includes the light codes that are coming from various different dimensions and places in what you call the galaxy. And beautiful, powerful activations of these light codes, activations of things like your third eye. So if your third eye is already active and open, it will take it to the next level. Activation of its partner, the pineal. I mean, not the pineal, the pituitary. The third eye is the pineal. And it creates, it builds that connection between the two to create more enhanced ability to experience the vastness that you are. See, there's no accident why these things are in here, and what their aim is, what their purpose is. Their goal is to bring you into the vibrations and not just the experience then while you're using them of this expanded awareness, but so that you can return to it just by wanting to. Just by wanting to. Now, what's really wonderful is, yes, when you're in this session, you feel the expanded awareness. Now, if you're asleep, you can sleep through this session. It's very powerful. It still gets you. It still gets you. We like that. And then when you wake up the next day, you are in this expanded, wonderful feeling. It's just wonderful. Now, the next thing we have We know we're taking a long time, so we're trying to speed up. The next thing that we have is the beautiful crystalline, the rainbow, no, it starts with crystalline. We were right. Crystalline, rainbow, starlight frequencies. These are these are what you have been experiencing and held up with, and I've been holding and loving you throughout this conference, this session. And they are 24/7 flowing frequencies. They're intelligent frequencies, and you can talk to them. And you can ask them to flow more at certain times and less at certain times. You can ask them to support you in specific ways. If you need extra support, it's pretty amazing. These are wonderful frequencies, and the experience of having them flow, you do not feel like you're getting energy sent 24 hours a day. That would be a little much. You want to be able to not be aware of them in the front of consciousness way. You'll be aware of them in a back of consciousness way. You will feel more ease in your life. You will notice suddenly, oh, I'm not aggravated by this traffic. I'm not yelling and swearing at the people in the car next to me. I'm just kind of relaxed and enjoying myself. How interesting. Something that might have stressed you out doesn't stress you out. You feel ease. You experience ease and flow in your life. You experience that sense of being carried around on a fluffy cloud. It's just kind of, you're above the fray. It's nice, things still happen, things still go on, but you're just much smoother with it and better. And they just don't, the energy of whatever happens, if it's an uncomfortable thing, doesn't stick. It just kind of rolls off. They're very, very wonderful, powerful frequencies, and you get to have them 24/7 for 30 days in this offer. Now, we get now to the offer B part. Everything in the part that I just read was offer A and offer B. Now, this part is only offer B, so this is the extra in offer B. This is a special, personal, just for you, energy and activation session with Amy. What this session is not like a regular energy session. It's more like an energy surgery session. You choose, and Amy can help you if you're not sure, 2 areas of focus that you want to shift, transform, release, or change. You can use whatever you want, or experience if it's something new that you want to bring in, but usually a new experience involves the releasing of something that you're already holding. We just want to share that. So you want to look from that releasing. You want to transform something into what you want to experience. So this session is, you make an appointment. Amy will set up a time for you. You will then just lie down and relax for the 30 minutes. And Amy and her light being partners, the multi-dimensional money Reiki transformation session is supported and assisted with hundreds of 7th dimensional light beings. These same light beings assist during this session here, during the 30-minute personal energy and activation session. And Amy and the light beings will look and see where the energy is holding what you want to release or transform or change, and release it. We will transform the energy. We will go into your energy field, actually go to that energy and release what needs to be released and transform what needs to be transformed. We will heal aspects of your body if there's body pain that you request to be healed. We request that the focus be specifically on the 2 areas, because we go in deep focus for these 2 areas. We do a full energy alignment on the whole body. We reset and strengthen all of the chakras and energy centers. So you get the whole overall energy thing, but the deep work is going to be on the 2 focus areas. So it's a really powerful session, and the results can be amazing. We've had people be healed of things that have been plaguing them. That was one of their things that they wanted to release. We released all the energy around it, and that issues have gone. We had someone be cleared of a precancerous condition. So we also have had people Several people have asked to have their spiritual energy, spiritual abilities strengthened, and to be able to flow with them more easily. So we've done that, and people have had outstanding results. So it's really, there's really no limit on what you choose. We just ask that you just limit to the 2 areas so we can really transform them. And the session feels amazing, and you feel amazing afterward. So, and we're very careful to work the session so that you will have time to recover afterwards, because you will need to recover. Like it is an energy surgery, you will need to be restful and mindful of what you do and how you feel, and of your body, your energy body, for like a day or so afterwards. So we just want you to know that we just aren't going to schedule this to jam them in. They also are a lot of energy for Amy to do. Amy gets in very deeply with your energy, and so she doesn't like to schedule them one on top of the other. That doesn't work. That is not going to bring you the best session at all. So Amy's very committed to a very powerful session to you. So sometimes it might seem like you have to wait a while for your session, but that's okay. It's worth it. So that's the special offers, and offer A is $139 for everything that we read you about. And then offer B includes the special energy session that we just told you about, and that is $158. Not even that much more. Really great, great deal. So, we think deal is a stupid word. We don't know why you made that word up. We like the word value. Doesn't it have a better vibration than value? Deal. Deal has a flat energy. It's a closed off energy. Value is an open energy. It's expansive and open. It's like opening the door to receiving. So we're going to use the word value. So we want you to go through the page, and we want you to enjoy the energy that is programmed into the page. You will see that there's various places where you will feel something, not just in that image. That image is programmed, yes, with a lot of energy for you. But the whole page is also programmed. There's various little, we call them portals. We put little energy portals within it. And you'll be able to feel it and receive it. And it will be, you won't just be looking at a page. It will be an experience of receiving energy. So we invite you to go do it. We invite you to stop thinking, oh, I can't get that offer. Forget that. Get on the page. Experience the page, enjoy the page. If the page wants to tell you, this is for you, you let the page tell you. Don't decide you're not going to visit the page, because the page has a very, very special energy for you. So that is all we have to say about it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And that's a beautiful, beautiful package. Those are brand new programs that you haven't done or shared with us before. The only one that is the same is the instant joy process, but all the rest are brand new. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And we invite everybody to go be with that offer, experience the energy, and then choose it if it feels right to you. Just do it, like Nike says.
Yes, and the offer again.
By the way, that Nike logo, that is an energy movement logo. That is energy moving, and they did that on purpose. Actually, we actually don't know if the designer of the logo knew what they were doing, but they felt it and they chose it. Yeah.
Smart.
Yes, really smart.
Yes.
Really smart. So, okay. So we are good. We know we've been on for a long, long time. So we would love to stay with you longer, but we know that a lot of people will need to go. Are the people still here?
There are.
Do people stay?
There are some people still here. But yeah, it's been almost 3 hours now. So it's like, yeah, some people are probably busy doing other things. But I just wanted to mention again, the special offers are available at alara.at/show/Amy8. So please do take a look at the page. Like Amy said, there's lots of high vibe energy on the page, so go check it out, feel it for yourself, ask questions, and definitely take advantage of package A or package B. If you'd like to get a 30-minute personal session with Amy, definitely take advantage of package B. So thank you, Amy. That's a fabulous.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you, everybody, for being with us for this ride. And to everyone that's listening to this as a recording, thank you, too, for being with us and just joining in on the expansive fun and journey.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And thank you all for the questions and comments and feedback. I know we didn't get to all the questions, but what a fabulous guided process journey that we took today, right? And even before that, the sweeping of the particles and energy, that was like amazing. Yeah. We can all do that. We can all do that now. So that was amazing. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That was so cool. And the journey was like out of this world. Literally, it was out of this world. So go back and watch or listen to this again and go through it again. I know I'm going to do it again lying down. I think that'll be so much more, even more expansive, right? So thank you.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome.
And everyone, thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you so much for creating the space, being the energy that you're being, and receiving this and knowing that something else is possible for you. So thank you. And until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all much love and blessings always. And again, Amy, thank you so much. And the collective, thank you. What a blessing today. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, everyone. Bye for now. Have a great weekend and stay tuned for the replay coming out shortly. Okay, bye for now.